All right, so now we'll be able to do the Dawnguard quest finally. I started it on my PlayStation, but I never beat it
Here with the
before.
Dawnguard too. Truth is, I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you. Hey, don't tell Isran I was afraid to meet him by myself. Not the best first impression for a new vampire hunter, I guess. You've probably killed lots of vampires, huh? I'm sure Isran will sign you right up. I'm not sure he'll take me. I hope so. That must be it. Fort Dawnguard. Wow. Bigger than I expected. Where is everybody? This place looks almost deserted. I guess this is it. Wish me luck.
Here to join the Dawnguard? Good. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. Go on, he's right inside. I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing from Isran after all these years was hearing that he wanted my help. I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. Looks like I was right. I have. There was a time years ago when we were both members of the Vigilance, and both equally dissatisfied with them. Their hearts are in the right place, of course, but Isran and I were never comfortable. We left together, but that partnership didn't last very long. I didn't agree with some of his methods. Go on inside. Isran will want to talk to you.
Why are we here to learn? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here. The Vigilants are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawnguard, is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawnguard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Isram. Carset is dead. The Hall of the Vigilance. Everyone. They're all dead. You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for you?
Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know. So who are you? What do you want? Why do I even post guards? This is the headquarters of the Dawnguard. Well, it used to be. A long time ago. As you can see, we have some work to do to restore it to its former glory. But maybe you want to help me with that. We hunt down and kill vampires. Haven't you been paying attention? In the old days, the Dawnguard kept all of Skyrim safe from those blood-sucking scum. Then people stopped taking the threat seriously. The Dawnguard was disbanded, and the vampires came creeping back. Now I'm trying to re-establish the Dawnguard. Take the fight to the vampires for a change. I hope it isn't too late. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell her about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Here, you should take a crossbow. Good for taking out those fiends before they get close. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You Vigilants were never trained
I
for-
know what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendarr granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt. Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
You there, boy. Stop skulking in the shadows and step up here. What's your name?
My name is Agmir, sir.
Do I look like a sir to you? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army.
Yes, sir. Isran.
Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon?
My weapon? I mostly just use my paw's axe when wolves are attacking the goats or something.
My paw's axe. Stendarr preserve us. Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawnguard out of you. Here, take this crossbow. Let's see how you shoot.
Crossbow? I've never...
A crossbow. Best thing for killing vampires. Just take a few shots at those crates over there. Watch the recoil. Take some getting used to. That's it. You'll get the hang of it. Take a deep breath and let it out as you fire. You need to concentrate, boy. Try it again. That's it.
Isran found something for you to do, eh? Thought he might. Good luck. Need something? Good day.
Dude, what? My hair disappears. What the fuck? Ooh, nice. Not gonna lie, I mean, I am a heterosexual though, so. Whoa. Maybe it's too going. There you go. That's a bit better. So she's still wearing that, but now her back is cut. It's a modesty.
I'd stay away if I were you. I'm on my way to a giant camp, and I can't guarantee those beasts won't think you're part of the offering. Keep your distance, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about. The cow, of course. Others do it differently. But I found that an annual offering usually keeps the giants away from our livestock. Some think it's superstition, but I believe it works. I've yet to have a giant kill any of my livestock. It's tradition. We mark the animal as a way to let the giants know we're giving it to them willingly. Sort of a peace offering. I have everything under control. Thanks for offering.
I don't think I ever seen this in all my time playing. Wow.
Thanks. You take care of yourself now.
I wonder if I should follow.
say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Brigands I can handle. This talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
You handle yourself well. You can make for a decent shield system. Well, no sign of
You guys say.
fight with us and you'll have stories to tell.
Either way this ends up, I'm headed to the...
Must have scared him.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight. Yes? The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. Kodlak advises them. Are you kidding? Haven't you heard the story? Skjor says it was more like 4. Where else would I want to be but here? Only the most... When we arrive, blood is spilled. This is life, sister. The struggle
that's
is what
taken care
reminds
of.
us to draw
No
breath.
thanks to you. Ha! Another milk drinker crying about his effort. Glory only awaits those who triumph. And as companions, our glory must always be hard fought. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Need something? Oh, got more to say.
me some. You're wrong when you.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good peace? Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons, world gone mad, I'd say.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
I ain't done nothing.
I enjoy this work well enough, but Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Did you raise your prices, Carlotta?
Have you seen that shrine of Asura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Exactly. Road patrols were cut in half because the Jarl needed soldiers. Now the bandits are
I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. They keep to that college in Winterhold. They know their place. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. I should have guessed as much. Your kind sticks to that college in Winterhold, as well they should. You'd never think to learn from a Nord like the Jarl's wizard. Sure thing, it's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Take pity, lady, and spare me a few septims.
Well, Metkin, patron of the great clan.
Let me know if there's anything else you need. I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling. Let me know if there's anything else you need. If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires?
If it's work you're looking for? I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze Hall. You should talk to the steward.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. Take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need it. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got the finest weapons and armor. I'll take my leave then.
Isolde, was it? What brings you to the market?
I'm here to buy food. I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun mostly.
God of man, ascended from flesh, rule the realm.
They take away your strength. What of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take bones? Businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? Nothing!
It's a shame, isn't it?
Need a blade? We should talk to Adrian at the forge. What do you need?
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorland Greymane. Take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we got something.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. Take a look. Do come back.
Come to chat with an old friend.
Our suffering.
Barely tolerate our presence on Earth.
Lady, could you spare a
Nay,
coin?
they take away your strength. What of tomorrow? What then?
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Or sort don't even have a war.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's
My
the
lord,
meaning of
please.
this interruption?
This is no
Jarl
time for
Balgrup
rash
is not
action.
receiving
I just think we
visitors.
need more information before we act. I just...
As House Carl, my
Who's
job
this
is to
then?
deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
It's all right,
starting to
Irina.
think...
I want to hear what she has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Alvor? The smith, isn't he? Reliable, solid fellow. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? A should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords. Perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Carlos, the unassailable!
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Safi, you tried mercenary work? It might suit you. No, friend. That I'm not. But I get along with your kind well enough. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. might track it to a group of bandits nearby. But I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. Wait,
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms,
You better give me
I
5
know I
seconds right now. Lady, could you spare a coin?
Spare a coin for a fellow Nord who's down
I
on his
work with
luck.
my mother. Sell
can
fruits and
spend it
vegetables.
on drinks at the banner.
It's fun most
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
Yes, Housecarl. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else. And we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a-wasting. What is it? Dragons?
let me...
No lollygagging. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Careful now. Wouldn't want someone to get burned. No lollygagging. Yes?
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
I don't claim to be the best. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
This video.
How
I'm on the lookout for new
7,
ideas,
but this
so please.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need it.